I know you're thinking that Safaricom ni wezi. Let me be honest with you today. You're right. Kuna kitu inaitwa Fuliza. Fuliza ni nini? Let's say your M-Pesa has zero balance and you've opted into this Fuliza thing. Utakuwa able kutuma pesa, pay bills, and maybe withdraw. Hata kama balance yako iko zero. Wow. Such a nice emergency fund, if we can call it that. But it feels like a scam to me. Let's say you've opted in and your limit is 2,000. Umepata emergency. You're a sick person or unafaa ku travel urgently and without money you have to access your Fuliza. So you go ahead and withdraw the funds. On the spot, you create a negative of 2,000 with M-Pesa or rather Safaricom. Okay. So there are two charges that you're going to incur. Number one, you'll be charged what they call access fee. Access fee, in this case, in our case now, we have 2,000 Fuliza limit. Our fee will be 33 shillings. 33 shillings. And the more you borrow, the higher amount you borrow, the higher the access fee. The lower the amount you borrow, the lower the access fee. So, second charge is daily interest fee, which is 1% daily interest fee. So you'll be charged, and in this case you'll be charged 20 shillings for every day that you will have a negative with Fuliza. Now, that amounts up to 53 shillings. So you've borrowed 2,000, you're going to pay back 2053. Now, ask yourself a simple question. Why do I really need to pay access fee when I'm going to pay you interest fee for having your money or for having used your money? No. Anyway, let's have that aside. So you've sorted your emergency and now get back to daily activities. Someone, Kamau, sends you 200, Mary sends you 300, and you need to use your M-Pesa. So you'll be operating in that cycle of borrowing and paying. Borrowing and paying. So your limit is 2,000, you have already a negative. So once Kamau sends you 500 shillings, deducted. Someone sends you 300, deducted. So you have paid 800 shillings. And you need to use this money that they've sent you. What are you going to do? Utafuliza tena. And people get into that comfort of, niko na Fuliza, but just send me, nitafuliza tena. My friend, that's a trap. Why am I calling it a trap? Let's do a simple math. 53 shillings for 30 days. That will be around 1,600 that you're going to pay as now cost of holding the 2,000. Sijui kama tunapatana up to that extent. You're going to pay 1,600 for spending only 2,000 ya Safaricom, because umejieka kwa ile cycle ya unatumiwa unafuliza tena, unatumiwa unafuliza, so every day you are incurring the access fee, and every day you are holding a negative of 2,000. Maybe sometimes it ranges to 1,800, 1,500, 1,000, depending on how much you received that day. Now, imagine how much you're going to pay in a period of 1 year. 1,600 multiplied by 12 months, or rather 53 shillings every day for 365 days. Simple math, 19,000 and some hundreds. 19,000 interest and access fees every day. Do you know why it's a simple and it goes unnoticed? It's because you are being charged small amounts daily, and they have been hidden in a way that you can't really recognize that. $19,000 can really do a lot, and it's not worth charging 2,000 principal. That's why I'm telling you that you're right. If you feel like Safaricom anyways, I'm going to give you a genius way of handling this. Emergencies are there. Any day and time you can get a fix, and you'll need that 2K urgent. So what are you going to do for you to avoid this thing? I want you today to make a decision. You slowly pay off your Fuliza and just opt out at your comfort. I mean, once you've sorted your problem, just pay slowly and opt out of that bullshit. Once you've done that, now listen to me. I want you to take only 50 shillings, or that 53 shillings that you could have incurred. Take that money and save somewhere for 365 days. Not necessarily that you must save up to a year, but you can save for a month. That's 1,600 shillings. Your 1,600 will be seated somewhere waiting for an emergency. You know, a month can pass by, second month, third month, hujawahi pata emergency. Mtu hajagonjeka, hujaskoine fix yenye inahitaji pesa that fast. Now, let's do a month for 3 months. So 1,600 by 3. How much is that? That's 4,800. 4,800 can get you out of this bullshit of Fuliza. Because once you get that fix, you go to your bank, you go to your mshwari or wherever that you utakuwa save your pesa, you withdraw. How much do I need? 2,000. You withdraw the 2,000, sort your fix, and you still continue with the savings plan of 53 shillings. So these 53 shillings can get you out of the trap or can help you avoid feeding Safaricom 1600 every month. Hiyo ni rent ya mtu somewhere. Yeah. So kama hiyo ni rent ya mtu somewhere, then there is a landlord receiving 1600 every month. Amejenga, akafurnish, ndo alipwe 1600 every month. How much has this landlord spent on this single unit? Hii unit inamlipa 1600 Mabati, piga hesabu ya mabati, mlango, the 4 cornered walls, maybe a ceiling, the floor is done, and the space, that land. Do the math. A lot of money. It isn't in the 2000. Now Safaricom has invested in Fuliza. They're giving you 2000, then they charge you 1600 every month. We need to get our senses back. We need to really get our senses back. We can avoid this thing. It feels illegal by then. But anyway, I've given you an alternative for your emergencies. Even if it means locking your money, lock savings, or even in your bank. It's a smart way because no access fee, no interest fee, there is no disappointments. You know, sometimes you it's so shameful out there. Okay, on a Fuliza, it feels like you're broke. So this one is a very decent way of sorting your emergencies. So the other day, I'm a beta customer of Safaricom. I've experienced this thing, and that's why I'm here talking to you today. I've paid off the Fuliza 2000. Then a day later, I'm getting a message that 270 deducted to pay your Fuliza, and it has been fully paid. And I had fully paid the previous day. I was like, let me call these guys. This lady comes up, jina langu fulani inaweza kusaidia. Hey, I'm receiving a message here inaniambia pesa imedidactiwa to pay a Fuliza that I had already paid off. What the fuck is going on? So this lady tells me to hold on so that she checks my statement, and maybe now she gets back a minute or two and she's like, we forgot. Who does that? But you know, the system was down. The system was down, and kind of we forgot to deduct the access fee. Your access fee had accumulated, and the system was unable to deduct the 270. It's okay, you had paid off, but in this case, the system didn't really crap.